Hey guys, Andrew here with this week's video. This week we have part 3 of the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess illustration. I noticed when I started editing this video that in last week's video I kind of jumped from 3/4 of the way done with the illustration to completely done with the line work. In this video you guys are going to see me fill in those blanks because there's a lot of info that you missed, and I also want to talk about critiques and getting feedback on your artwork, which for this illustration was a huge part of it. I thought I was completely done at one point, sent it to a couple of my illustration buddies, and they gave me several things I needed to fix, and as much as I didn't want to fix those things, they really improved the illustration. Stick around for that. In the middle of this video I'm going to talk about that, and then at the very end I'm going to have a couple announcements for you guys, so stay tuned for those, and I hope you learned something. Hey guys, thanks so much for sticking around to this point. Like I said, I want to talk a little bit about critiques and getting feedback. So when you're working on an illustration or design, it's always good to get feedback from your other artist friends or creative people in general, and just kind of get a fresh eye on your work. I stopped it here because I thought I was pretty much done at this point. So I sent off a JPEG to a group of illustration buddies that I have from college, and I got their feedback. So when you get feedback, remember to take it objectively. Remove yourself from the equation and don't bring in any feelings to it, because a lot of times if you take it personally, you might try to defend yourself or get mad or something like that, and you don't want that to happen, because if your friends see that, they're not going to give you real critiques in the future. And critiques are there to help you improve and help you make your work better. So keep that in mind when you ask somebody for feedback. In this illustration, what they told me to do was they wanted Link to be more dynamic. They wanted him to be larger. They wanted Wolf Link to be larger. They wanted the right side of the illustration to have more detail and maybe one or two more characters in it, because the left side felt heavy compared to the right side. I agreed with a lot of this. I didn't agree so much with the comments about Link, but I went ahead and removed myself from the equation, looked at it, and noticed that, okay, yeah, he could be larger, he could be a little bit more dynamic, but I don't want to lose that static, powerful pose that he has right now with the shield in front of him. So I found a way to compromise between what I felt and their feedback, and that's where I came up with the idea to have him hold his sword up and have it be overlapping the shield to kind of create an even more dynamic defending pose for him. That's a good example of how to kind of take feedback from somebody and compromise between what you feel and what they tell you. So you don't always have to take your feedback literally and do it exactly as they tell you to. Just make sure you look at things objectively. In the rest of this video, you guys are going to see me take their feedback, apply the feedback, and make those changes to the illustration and finish up the line work. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got some really good information on critiques and feedback. I'm going to try and bring a little bit more of a story arc in terms of things like that into my videos moving forward. The announcements. Announcement number 1 is that on April 2nd from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. I will be at Columbus College of Art and Design's Spring Art Sale happening in Columbus, Ohio. If you happen to be in the area, check it out. There's tons of amazing artists in it, and you can get some awesome gifts for friends, family, co-workers, aunts, uncles, boyfriends, girlfriends, whoever. They'll love it, trust me. So that's announcement number 1. Announcement number 2 is that I have begun Noah Bradley's 21 Days to Become a Better Artist Challenge. Basically, 21 days, you spend at least an hour each of those days doing some sort of drawing, master study, working on something you're not good at, anything to improve yourself as an artist. If you haven't heard of Noah Bradley, check him out. He's a fantastic environment painter and illustrator. He does work for Magic the Gathering. I'll put a link down below in the description. He's also hilarious on Twitter, so check him out if you're interested in that. You can follow me on any of my social channels. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Behance. You can go to my website at athompsonillustration.com. That is A Thompson, THOMPSON, illustration.com. And if you want to download my custom Photoshop brushes that I use to create illustrations like this, or my textures, you can go to my Gumroad account, which you can also find below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Come back next week for part 4, where I do the color for this illustration, and I will talk about using color and keeping your tones and values balanced throughout the process of coloring. So see you guys next week, and yeah, later.